The last thing I wanted to say about Kim's game, what I like about Kim's game, we played Kim's game with sentences and phrases. This is maybe in the upper school because there's reading and writing involved. But of course, if we were to play this game with younger learners, I would just use maybe objects or flashcards. Okay, and qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh, these are interesting objects. Un requin, une cuillère, un stylo. And then I would say to you, close your eyes, fermez les yeux. Ouvrez les yeux. Pia, qu'est-ce qui manque?
Un requin.
Excellent. Not a word I would introduce particularly in the primary school, but that's what I have on my desk. It shows you the state of my desk. Anyway, so Kim's game can be adapted to all levels, from nursery to P7. I'd like now to have a look at la prononciation en français. C'est important, la prononciation. The message number one I want to send to you is go for it, have a go, and please do not worry about your pronunciation. I've been speaking English for 20 years now. Do you understand me? Yeah, well, I hope you do, regardless of my pronunciation. So, la prononciation en français. I'm going to share my screen again. Okay. Pia, c'est bon? Pia, can you see my screen?
We can see your screen, Richard.
Okay, and you can hear me as well?
Oui.
Yeah, okay. Fia can't hear me, obviously.
Merci.
Okay.
Merci.
Okay, these names, French names, are some of the top 10 names in France at the moment. This is what French children are called. I would like you to repeat, mute your mic, please mute your mic, but if you could repeat after me these names. Je m'appelle Nathan. Je m'appelle Nathan. Je m'appelle Hugo. Je m'appelle Hugo. Je m'appelle Théo. Je m'appelle Théo. And the last one, je m'appelle Arthur. Je m'appelle Arthur. First of all, are they boys, des garçons ou des filles? Could you tell me or use the chat? Nathan, Hugo, Théo et Arthur. The boys or the girls? Okay. Fia, can you hear me? Because I can't see the chat.
Oui, oui, les garçons, super.
Les garçons. Okay, très bien. Could we now put our thinking cap on and could we come up with one rule of the French language? What do you notice with these names? What do they all share from a pronunciation point of view? And could we try and maybe find a rule? Maybe I should stop sharing just now and go back with you. Okay, Jenny, do you want to unmute your mic and tell us what you wrote down?
I just said the grapheme TH makes the T sound.
Okay, par exemple, Nathan. Yeah, could we go even beyond that? Nathan,
Just the H is
Hugo.
silent.
Oui.
Absolutely. Exactement. And this is incredibly important. La lettre H, c'est une lettre muette, we call it, which means mute. You do not hear this letter in French, okay? Which is why when French people speak and say, I have something, it's not to make you laugh, I have, it's because, ha, does not exist in French. It's a very difficult sound. So if you say, I live in Lyon, in French, the verb is habite, and it would be j'habite. J'habite Lyon or j'habite à Lyon. Both are French, but English have written j'habite à Lyon. So in French, 99 times out of 100, you do not sound the H. So TH is indeed T. But at the start of the word, this little boy is called Hugo. Okay. Thea, does that make sense?
Oui, justement, comme mon nom, c'est Thea, T-H-E-A. En anglais, c'est Thea. En français, c'est Thea.
Absolument. Absolument. So that's one very important rule. In French, there's no H. Okay? Which is why j'habite, it sounds like one word, j'habite, although it's I live, je, and then habite, but we put the two together because we do not like a glottal stop in French either. So je habite becomes j'habite, as if one word. J'habite à Inverness, par exemple. Deuxièmement. Je retourne. Écoutez et répétez. Je m'appelle Jules. Je m'appelle Jules. Je m'appelle Lucas. Je m'appelle Lucas. Je m'appelle Clément. Je m'appelle Clément. So these French names so far. I could add these boys' name. I could add je m'appelle. It doesn't want me to write, but je m'appelle Richard. So, je m'appelle Clément, je m'appelle Richard, je m'appelle Lucas, je m'appelle Jules. What do they share these names? If you're thinking pronunciation. And this, if there's one thing you remember this morning, hopefully this is it. This is the most important rule of the French language. Yeah.
Oui, bravo. Bravo. Denis, super. Oui.
Okay. And Erin, you're even, absolutely right. The final letter is a consonant. If your final letter in French is a consonant, okay, so the final letter in a word is a consonant, you do not sound 9 times out of 10, not always, but that's a lot. You do not sound the consonant. This is particularly relevant for all words in French, but also adjectives. If you're not tall, then you would say, je suis. How do you pronounce this, Thea? Could you read that for us?
Je suis petit.
Excellent. But if you're tall, of course, you would say.
Je suis grand.
Which letter is muette? Mute, silent. Which letter is muette? Je suis petit.
Who can type it in? Who can tell me?
But 2 letters are mute there. Silent letters. Je suis petit. Je suis grand.
Très bien.
TND. Exactement, c'est parfait. And in fact, if you've noticed that the S at the end of je suis is also silent. Okay, je suis petit, je suis grand. Now, if you're a woman or a girl in your class, and if a girl is not tall, she will write down, as Thea mentioned earlier on. How do you pronounce this, Thea?
Je suis petite. Je suis grande.
Exactement. The final E in French for feminine side of your adjective is only there so that you pronounce the last consonant, which is not the last letter in the word anymore. So if your consonant is the last letter, you do not pronounce it. But if it's within a word or followed by an E, then you do sound it. Very important for colors as well. If you come from Mars and you're a man, then you would say je suis vert. If you come from Mars and you're a woman,
Je suis verte.
okay. So un stylo vert, but if it's une feuille, piece of paper, verte, well, in this case, blanche. So this applies, in fact, to this color. You pronounce. Could you have a shot, please? How would you pronounce this color, this word? Not you, Thea. Everybody have a shot, have a guess. Thea, can you tell us?
I can't see. Sorry, what am I?
C'est quelle couleur, ça?
Oh, le blanc. C'est une feuille blanche.
Okay, so blanc is the masculine form, and you do not send the C. If it's feminine, then it's Blanche, which is a lovely name as well. I was reading A Streetcar Named Desire the other day. Blanche. Une feuille blanche. Absolutely. Does that make sense, everybody? Just right through, you can type oui or
Oui.
non.
Or you can give us a wave with your hands. Oui, 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 super.
Okay, really, this is a key element of the French language. You do not sound the final letter if it's a consonant. I spent my life correcting people who maybe have learned how to read, words like, before they could say words like petit. And of course, in English, you do sound the final consonant. So, these people now, it's difficult to unlearn this element. So have fun with French, have fun with la prononciation, and then maybe your learners can read the text. And then you can say to them, by the way, remember petit, petit, we've been saying petit or vert if you do the color, but when you see it written, ask them the question, which letter is silent?
Mm-hmm.
And can I ask you, primary boys and girls, do you have silent letters in English?
Yes.
Do they exist? Yes. Oh, this is a bit of literacy now. Can you write down a few words, please, for me, using the chat, with silent letters in English? Excellent.
Great.
Okay, absolutely. You mean it's not knife then? I've been mispronouncing knife all these years. Okay, that's it. So silent letters exist in French, they exist in English. One last rule, maybe we could have it a look at. Oops, show the screen.
Yep, that's good, Richard.
Okay, merci. Je m'appelle Léo. Je m'appelle Léo. Je m'appelle Chloé. Je m'appelle Clément. Je m'appelle Aurélie. Je m'appelle Chloé, je m'appelle Clément, je m'appelle Aurélie, je m'appelle Léo. Des garçons et des filles. Prononciation. Prononciation. What do they have in common? These names.
Any ideas?
And then I'll share them.
Along these lines, because it's the E, isn't it, with the hat on the top gets the axe, not the grave, the other one, acute. I can't remember what it's called.
Correct.
Up one.
Yeah.
It makes it the A sound. But how do you cope with not having that on your keyboard if you're?
And that was the secret I was going. That was the secret
Yeah.
I was going to share with you. So, parfait. So first of all, I think everybody got it. This letter there is pronounced Can you repeat that, everybody? But if you put a little accent on top of it, then becomes A. Répétez, A. And don't tell me that you cannot pronounce that because it's such a Scottish sound. A. You're right, A. Everybody in Edinburgh now, even at the end of the sentence, will add a little A, maybe not so much in the Highlands. So I'm going to share my screen and show you the secret of how to come up with finding the accents. So yes, TR, you can, hold on, presenting, and so if you Google Lexibar, okay, it will take you to this website, special keyboard characters. You download as a one-off. I'm not sure the console computers will allow you to do that. Your home computer certainly will. And you end up with this little bar. Now, if I want to write, if I want to write something, I don't know where I got the document there. All I have to do is click there. All the French accents are there. It's the same for Spanish and Gaelic, by the way. They have the same. So the Sigala, all these letters are there. So that's what I use. And it could be in an email or a Word document or a PowerPoint. This bar has saved my life in many ways. Okay. I also have little shortcuts for the E acute. That's the easy one. You just press the Alt Gr bar, button on the right hand side, just to the right of your space bar, and then you click on E and you get the E acute. Okay, but from a pronunciation point of view, we have A, Scottish, the other A, and the last one, let me use my Lexibar, is A, as in mon père, ma mère. So these little hacks, there is a reason why they exist, and they change the way you pronounce a letter. Good news, this letter there, la tête, the head, is pronounced the same way. It's just like the grave, which is this way. So circumflex and grave both make the same sound. There is a reason why the circumflex exists, but that's, I won't bother with that. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'll tell you some other time. Est-ce que vous avez des questions? So 3 little rules. H is always mute in French, or 99 times out of 100. Final letter, if it's a consonant, 9 times out of 10 you do not pronounce it. And then the accents are important because it changes the way you pronounce a letter, and therefore a word. Just before we have a little pause café, everything I've been presenting here is actually available on the Paralanguage platform that Fia will present later on. This is me connected to the platform, logged in, and if you click on CPD, there you have something called Language Tips French, and these are 1-minute videos explaining how to use sort of little grammatical points, but most of them actually are pronunciation points and how to pronounce the and this and a and all these sounds on. Okay, so these have been designed for you to use for yourselves or maybe for your learners. Some of them will be relevant to learners as well. C'est bon? Vous êtes fatigués?